Hey yo! We are live with the first installment of the Great DebACE. Hey!
Hey!
So quick explanation of what this stream series thing is. Because it's like the first time I'm doing it. Basically, every month I'm gonna bring on a different guest. We're gonna talk about some kind of weeb-related topic. That we will essentially have differing opinions on in certain aspects. So today I have Kiwi with me,
Hello.
and we are going to discuss Deko Nina's MILGRAM project because I have a lot of opinions. Kiwi has many opinions. So
Too many opinions.
I thought, what a better way to begin this.
Because
So-
I literally messaged you. I was like, as soon as I saw you bring up this idea, I was like, hey,
Yeah.
you're gonna do MILGRAM.
So here we are. So yeah, I figured a good place to begin would be to like discuss, well, not to introduce what MILGRAM is. Make Kiwi louder. Okay, wait. Maybe this is better.
Hello. Just go, hello.
Yeah, is that better? I think that should be better. My audio mixer on OBS is telling me that's better. But yes, yeah. So what is MILGRAM in a nutshell? How do we explain what MILGRAM is? So
In a nutshell.
in a nutshell. So essentially, MILGRAM, for anyone who is unaware, is a song series. by Dekonina. Volume's good now. Hey, thanks, Kai. Yeah. So it's by the Vocaloid producer,
The myth, the legend.
the man, the myth, the legend, Dekonina.
Dekonina. Creators such behind the hit songs Ghost Roll, The Vampire.
Yes. And yeah, so MILGRAM is like a separate project that he created, surrounding
With
how many are there? 12? Are
No,
there 12?
there's 10.
10?
There's 10!
I can't count! I don't do maths, Kiwi! Okay, 10 prisoners who are all like in like the MILGRAM facility for murder. So they're all murderers. But we don't actually know the details of their crime. We don't know who they killed. We don't know why they killed. We don't know how they killed. But we find out through the perspective of the prison guard, who is called S. S doesn't know anything about themselves. S doesn't know anything about MILGRAM. S only knows what this rabbit-looking creature called, what's his name, Jackalope, tells them.
Ace.
Yes.
It's not through S you find out. You are S in this situation. It's like the self-insert otome protagonist. And it's like you find out through like music videos that project from their head, from their brain.
Yes, that.
So that's how you.
S is YN. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's a better way to explain it.
S is your name. They don't know anything about it. You just know as much as they know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So basically, these memories and feelings are kind of extracted from the prisoners' heads through music videos,
like projections. So there's like a machine that they put on, like. Music video production.
And it's really interesting because we have everything in the music video can be a clue to what their actual crime is, like who they killed, why they killed, and like all of that, like from like little details in the video, like in the visuals, to even just like the lyrics themselves or even the song titles. So
yeah, it's not just the music video as well, because there's also drama tracks, Twitter posts, and like it's like interrogations that you can ask them questions and then they'll answer. Like
it's the lore runs deep.
There was even a light novel about the origins. Novel? Yeah, I haven't read it yet, but there's a light novel about the origins of MILGRAM. It came out like last year.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Damn.
I need to read it.
That's pretty wild. But yeah, so we have all of this content, and then after the first series of 10 songs, basically after each song is released, there is a voting period. So you can choose whether to forgive or not forgive that prisoner based on what you have seen in the music video. And like external factors that go with that. So after the first 10 songs, we had like the final rankings, which then kind of led to some changes happening within the MILGRAM facility. And that has affected the second round of music videos.
It's all done by majority vote also.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, do you know what a majority vote is?
Oh my god! Yeah, so, I was about to say something and I already my mind went blank.
So at the end of the first trial, it's like they then reveal that it's not just do you forgive them or don't forgive them, it's do you affirm or deny their actions.
Yeah, that happened. So basically for the criminals that were not forgiven, they were... God damn it. Thanks for the follow. So for the criminals that weren't forgiven, they kind of got more restrictions put on them, and they were like plagued by like nightmares, and it was a whole thing. It's bad. And then for the ones
prisoner
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We have very different opinions on this topic. But yeah, so the prisoners who weren't forgiven have all these bad things happen to them. The prisoners that were forgiven have had their ideals and their like motives, I guess, like affirmed. They're like, what I did wasn't wrong because I've been forgiven for my sins, I guess.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, the fun thing about MILGRAM that we found out recently, like, I think, did we find this out like near the beginning of the second trial, where the prisoners can hear the voices of the people outside of MILGRAM,
Yeah,
essentially
it was
the audience.
Kotako's video.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
Kotako's video. Not Kotako, sorry. Yuno's video. Yuno's video that pretty much solidified, because she was literally talking to us in her second MV.
Yeah,
but we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
So like that kind of confirms that like the creators are looking at all of the YouTube comments and everything that people have been saying, which is really cool in my opinion.
Yeah, and they're like also looking at how the votes come in as well, like, and then like, because I remember for Futas they were like, oh, you guys regretted your decisions, because they looked at all of our comments being like, Futa did nothing wrong.
Yeah. Oh man, it's like a whole thing. But yeah,
and there's also like meta voting that happened as well, that people are like, don't meta vote.
Meta vote?
Yeah. Like, so you're voting for someone to learn a lesson, pretty much. We'll get
like
to
what they did with Amane?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we'll get to that. But yeah, so this basically kind of means that we are now giving more thought to how we vote in the future, because we know that this is going to affect the characters' mental states as well as their physical states. So yeah, that's like MILGRAM in a nutshell, right? as a whole, I think. Did we cover all our bases there? I think so.
We pretty much did.
Yeah, I think we went into a
bit too much
a bit of detail. That's fine. Okay, so I thought the best way to go through our differing opinions on MILGRAM would be to go through each prisoner and how we feel about them.
Yeah.
So first is Haruka.
Do you have the pictures on top of the?
I should have gotten pictures, shouldn't I? That would have been a good thing for me to do. You know what I can do? Wait.
Well, I didn't wake up at 5 p.m.
Okay, look, you need to call me out live on stream. Jeez. I'm
pretty sure everyone knows about your bad sleeping habits.
I know. Okay, wait, I can do this. Life hacks. Wait. Let me just where is my okay. There we go. I can do this. Now you can see him.
Oh yes. There he is.
The
little scrunkly.
You've rubbed off on me. Oh no. I'm sorry, Yuki. Anyway, yes. So this is Haruka. How do we even begin with him? There is a lot to unpack here.
Wait, yeah. He is. It's like his weakness video didn't really. It showed him as like this weak boy who didn't get a lot of love, and he just wanted to be noticed. And I don't know how to like. And then it was like, because he gets very attached to people who show him affection.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's negative affection, he just wants that sort of attention, just so like he can be noticed. And then he grew really close to Moo.
Yeah, that's a fun character dynamic.
We'll get close to, but it's like he's a 17-year-old boy who only really has a mum, and I don't think he has a good connection with his dad. But his mum never paid attention to him.
At the core of his personality, what I have gathered about Haruka is that he is an attention seeker.
Yeah,
because
he's mentally ill.
He was. From what we've seen in his first music video, he was starved for attention as a child.
Yes.
Which kind of led to him developing this warped personality where he will do quite literally anything if it will get someone to look his way, which includes killing his own dog.
He's killed. It's because there's a theory that his mum is like an entomologist. You know, like when you preserve like bugs.
Okay.
And stuff. Because there's a theory that she does that. So
I have not seen that theory.
ended up killing animals to try and get her to notice him and be proud of him that he's doing that. That's something similar to what she's doing.
That's interesting. What I've seen was the theory that he killed the dog because the dog was getting more attention than him.
Yeah. That is also another theory. But yeah, then he was like put into like, was he put in, I can't remember the right word, but he was put into like encasement, like, you know, like
What?
Because in the second MV, he was in like jail. Because
he was
his
in
mum
jail.
couldn't handle.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Wait, I remember now. Like that dark room where he's like standing on
Yeah.
the chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a young jail, because you know. But then
Mental
also,
health facility. Yeah.
yeah, mental health facility. But then at the end of the second MV, it showed him strangling the girl that he was with in the first MV.
Yeah. I mean, even in the first MV, I think a lot of people had the theory that he did kill that girl. So
Yeah.
the second one just kind of confirmed that.
Yeah.
The question
And
is
then
why?
he wanted attention.
I mean,
Because
yeah, but
the theory is that he saw this girl as someone that he really looked up to. Like, probably like what he's doing with Moo now, being like,
yeah.
this person is not my mum. And then when she didn't show him that attention,
He
didn't
killed
like
her?
it.
But that
Yeah.
doesn't make sense, because...
Well, because it's like he strangled her so much to try and get her to notice him, probably. But then it just ended
Maybe.
up in like a bad outrage. But then in his voice trailer, voice drama track on the second one, he said if you vote Moo guilty, he will end himself.
Okay, I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting, because considering the way the vote is going right now.
Yeah,
Boy.
because he's guilty right now. He's
Yeah.
been determined guilty. But then it's like I'm on a very half and half surface with Haruka. I feel really bad for him because he's just completely been misled. He's never really had like a good upbringing or anything.
Yeah.
But then his actions are really bad.
I have really mixed feelings about him. Because I think it would just be really funny if he wasn't forgiven. I think he'd go ape shit, and I want to see that happen.
Yeah, he already kind of did though.
Yeah, no, but like it's gonna be worse. It's
Uh,
especially the confusion of being told that he's in the right, and then that being completely backtracked and being like, actually, you're a little bit fucked up.
Yeah. Because I know he will be like, oh, you betrayed me. I thought you said that I was doing was right.
Yeah.
And now, and stuff. And then, there's also another theory that he's lying about his age.
I haven't heard that theory.
Because he keeps saying that he thinks he's 17. He doesn't pay attention to his age that much. Because I think that he might be... I think he's only like a couple of years older than he actually says he is. But he says that he's a minor, so he could get more attention from people.
Well, so in actuality, he could be like 20.
Yeah, like 19. I mean, 20.
In Japan, you're considered a minor until you're 20.
Yeah.
So.
But it's like... when looking at the MV of him, the second one, I was like, there's no way that he's 17. There's no way.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, or the other theory with that he doesn't really pay attention to age is because he never really celebrated any birthdays.
Oh yeah, because he was neglected as a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. God, there is so much to unpack with Haruka. Yeah, he just.
But yeah. Oh, sorry.
And I was just gonna say, like, going back to Moo, the fact that he just kind of latches onto her because he's like so. Because after being put into MILGRAM, he probably felt very isolated, which probably didn't do much to help his brain that just really wants attention from someone. So he just kind of latches on to Moo. And it's just very, very toxic, but also very fun to watch.
Because the thing is that before the second trial, he was really close to Yuno. And he looked up to Yuno, and then also Futa was protecting him. Yeah. So I think that who Haruka attached to depended on whether Mu firstly was guilty or innocent. Because if she was guilty, he would have probably latched on to Yuno. But now that she's innocent, first trial, he latched on to her.
Maybe. It's really interesting how these character dynamics change just purely based on the audience voting.
Yeah. It's kind of scary.
Yeah. It kind of makes me wonder what would have happened if the results went the other way.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really curious in that sense.
Yeah, like in the alternate timeline, what happened?
Yeah. What would have happened?
But there's one thing about Haruka that I've been thinking about. And I don't know what to make of this scene. It's like that one scene where he's in the room and he wait, let me get it up on the
Is it like the Mama Mite?
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
Wait, let me just get up that one scene on the stream. Where is it? I hate YouTube ads. Because, I don't know, I think about that scene, I feel like there was just so much going on there, my brain can't process it. Right. Oh my god, why is this ad so long? Okay.
Oh yeah, Haruka and I think Haruka, Yuno, Futa, Mu are gonna be the most tamed. Because we kind of agree in
Yeah, that's true. Well, Mu we'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
So this scene here, if you have the stream open, it'll be a bit delayed, but like you know which scene it is.
I think that's basically a remnant of like when he came home, when he was at home alone one time and his mum came home, saw him wreck everything, kill animals, being like, have I done good for you, sort of thing.
Yeah,
like, because I think he was trying to encase an animal, like what his mum used to do with bugs.
Yeah, there's so much like, stuff on the
animal.
There's like a dead cat, there's like a dead dog, there's like a tree. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah, it's a lot, but honestly, I think his case is one of the most interesting ones. Because there's so much still left unanswered with him.
Yeah.
Which I think is still fascinating because he's just this really unpredictable character.
Because he when he was first introduced, I was like, oh, he's so soft. And then you got to the second trial, and it's like, he's a little unhinged now. just a bit.
A little bit. But it's like, with the other three so far, you can already firmly tell what their motives are. But with Haruka, you're still on like the what is going on with him.
Yeah.
Which I find is really fascinating.
Yeah, I think the clearest thing in the whole of his video is the end where wait, where is it? Yeah, where you just see that one moment where you see him do the deed.
Yeah. No, you sounded like he fucked her.
No! I meant
he's 17! He's 17!
Oh my god. We're talking about MILGRAM. When I say do the deed, I can only mean murder. Please. God damn it, Kiwi.
Can't believe this.
But yes. That's yeah.
What do you think that you are? What are you innocent or guilty with Haruka? We should do this with every character.
We should do this with every character. Yeah. Okay. I think this is really tough for me, because part of me wants to say, wait, let me put this boy back on the screen. Part of me wants to say, like, not forgive, just because him being able to, like, being allowed to think that he is in the right is dangerous, both for himself and for the people around him. But then part of me also wants to be like, forgive, because he's he hasn't been given the opportunity to mature. And that's not entirely his own fault.
No, yeah. I am exactly in the same, like, field with you. I'm on the cuff of forgive or forget.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Because I feel like rather than punishment, like, Stella is right, he needs therapy.
He really needs therapy.
He needs to be, like, he needs to become aware of the things he has done wrong and why what he has done wrong is wrong, because no one has told him that. No one has given him, like, a moral compass.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, he doesn't know what he's doing right and what he's doing wrong. So what he believes is the thing that gets him the most attention is what he's doing right. Because, like, in, like, school, most of the kids that, like, cause the fuss and, like, cause attention mainly just because probably they have a bit of a rough background, because it's like most people act up for a reason. And Haruka's acting up because he just wants attention.
This is what bad parenting this is what results from bad parenting. Yeah. Okay, shall we move on to the next one? Question mark. Kiwi?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. You just went silent for a bit.
Oh, yeah, let's go into the next one.
Okay. Okay. Oh, wait, let me just, okay, here we go. Alright, this is Yuno. Isn't she cute?
Honestly, Yuno is very...
So, they seem to really be pushing for the fact that Yuno's crime is abortion. And I don't know how I feel about that, because
it doesn't make sense for me.
Abortion is not murder. So that literally makes no sense.
In Japan, it is considered abortion murder, though. Abortion is considered murdered in Japan. But what doesn't make sense for me is that her first song was called Umbilical.
Yeah.
And the umbilical cord doesn't get formed until the child's been born.
So
it could be that she actually killed she has confirmed that she has had multiple abortions, but she could have killed one baby.
Yeah, no, I feel like infanticide makes more sense than abortion.
Yeah, but then we were like that with the Mikoto DID theory, then it's actually true, so.
Yeah, but I mean, Mikoto's a special case.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the people that have been put into MILGRAM are, like, really messed up in some way. And if Yuno's only crime, quote-unquote crime, it's not really a crime, it was abortion, then it makes no sense for her to be put into MILGRAM.
Yeah. And, like, it's obvious that she's a high school sex worker. She went by lots of different personalities and she went by lots of different fake names and fake personalities to get with these guys to give her money.
It was like wasn't it like compensated dating?
Yeah,
I think is what she was doing. Yeah, it's called like enjokosai in Japanese.
Yeah, so she's obviously had sex with all of these like older men without protection.
Yeah.
And had lots of abortions because of it. But it's like she's starting to show the real her, and the real her is that like she just can't really be bothered by anything.
Yeah, it's really interesting because in the first video she's very like cutesy and like upbeat, and everyone seems to think that like she was put into the situation. Like a lot of people seem to think she was put into the situation because she like didn't have any other choice, or like she had some kind of problems at home or something like that, and that led her to making like the choice to do like the compensated dating and like all of this stuff. And then you get to the second trial music video, and you find out that that's not the case at all.
She's like, don't baby me. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, like she's consciously making these decisions. She doesn't have like the problems that people projected onto her. She is just doing this because she wants to do this.
Yeah. And also like that's when she directly was talking to the audience, and then there was also a visual thing, like looking through rose-colored glasses, because it was like a plush bunny was wearing rose-colored glasses, rose-colored filter and glasses, and she took them off, and it was like, you're now seeing the true her instead of everything through like this rose-colored filter.
Yeah, wait, that was in the second music video, right?
Yeah.
Wait, let me get that scene up on the screen. Let me see if I can find it.
And then but yeah, it's like she's a bit of an outlier in this as well.
Yeah. Honestly, my opinion on Yuno kind of boils down to slay queen, do what you gotta do.
Well, boss.
Wait, where is the scene that you're talking? Oh, okay, wait, I found it. The bunny, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this bunny here represents what, the audience? Essentially? Yeah, okay. Yeah. So
the visuals in this thing. So it's like,
so, yeah, you have like the double Yuno, and you can kind of, it's like the image of Yuno that the audience has like perceived or like projected onto her, and like the real her, I guess.
It's also a bit further on as well as that.
Oh, wait, where?
This bit.
This bit here?
Yeah. Look.
Ah!
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so she's essentially being like, stop projecting those views onto me and look at me for who I actually am.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting.
Yeah, but for like, for me, is that like she's a bit of an outlier because she hasn't contributed to any of this mess that is going on. She's just there.
Yeah.
Like with this like I can't be bothered kind of attitude. And she's just not really participating in with any of the other inmates.
And we haven't really seen anything, well, we haven't seen much that like directly relates to her crime. Like in Umbilical, there's like the staircases that look like the DNA that kind of come together, and then like the balloons that are like supposed to represent what, like the like a uterus, I don't know.
Sperm and the egg.
Yeah. So, but like other than that, we haven't really seen anything that directly, like in this video is more about Yuno being like, this is who I am, rather than this is what I did.
Yeah. And one of the things that she said in her drama tracks, her second drama track, really like, she was like, just because I don't have a tragic backstory doesn't mean that I am as much and that doesn't mean that I am as less forgiven as the people who do.
Yeah. No, I feel like Yuno just kind of seems to be existing. Like, we barely know anything about her.
Yeah. Other than that, like, she goes by fake names and has like sex workers and stuff.
Like, I don't know if it's because we're like a Western audience perceiving this, because I don't see that as like a huge deal. Like, I don't see things like sex work in like a negative light, especially, but I know in Japan it's a lot more like taboo. So that might be the difference here.
It's taboo, but it's actually quite common.
Yeah.
People literally go on dates with, there's like literal companies that hire people for other people to go on dates with.
Yeah.
And what else was I was gonna say something about her, but I cannot remember.
maybe it'll come back to you in a minute. Wait, I was also gonna say something that just like flew out of my mind.
But she also said that she actually wasn't doing it for the money.
Oh yeah,
she's actually quite well off. She's just doing it because she wants to.
Yeah. Because like people are like, oh yeah, she must be doing it because she's got like situation where she like needs money, or like family situation, blah 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 blah. But no, she just, maybe she's just like bored with her life and she just wants to do something fun. Maybe she wants to be someone else for a little while.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? You do what you want to do, man. Like, it's your body. Like,
you be who you want to be, boo. Fine.
Slay queen indeed.
Lay the boots down. Yes, queen. Yes.
But yeah, there's this one scene in Umbilical that I wanted to look at real briefly. Wait, let me find it. Every time I click on something, there is an ad. I hate it.
No. No.
Why does my Firefox not have ad block? Why? Anyway, let me find the scene. It's like near the end. Da 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 da. That's not the right song, is it? I don't remember. Anyway,
Wait. That's
the one. Wait, it's the scene with the balloon popping. Wait, I'm trying to find it. Oh yeah, wait. So, this scene right here. So,
yes.
A lot of people assume that when that balloon pops, like, people seem to assume that that's like the like metaphor for like the abortion or whatever, but it could also just be the metaphor for like giving birth.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have a lot of unanswered questions about Yoon.
Honestly. But yeah, so far, she's forgiven. Queen, we love her. Girl boss.
Big agree.
But yes. So, what do you think?
We're pretty... I think we're pretty,
yeah. We're tame
unanimous.
On this one.
Yeah.
We're tame on these.
We agree for these first few. Like, you know has done nothing wrong that we know of yet anyway.
Yeah, she's done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
But like what we definitely know is who's definitely done nothing wrong.
Wait, what?
The next prisoner.
Oh, that's true. This is another one that we are in agreement with.
He's done nothing wrong.
Huta, my son.
Oh, I love him.
This boy has suffered so much abuse by the fandom after his first MV. I will die mad about this.
Wait, were you here right from the start?
Of
were
what,
you like
MILGRAM?
into
I think I found out about it. How many were out? There was like a few out. Like I wasn't there right from the very beginning. I think it was just before Mahiru's came out was when I got into it. It was just this Throwdown came out that I got into it.
You showed it to me just after, like a few weeks after Mahiru's.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Futa slander. Oh, there's so much I could say.
So at the heart of the problem, Futa's like
he's a Twitter
sin
doxer.
Seems to be what?
He's a Twitter doxer.
He's a Twitter doxer. He likes, well, he wants the clout, basically, is what happened here. He got a bit too into exposing people, and like he got a bit too into cancel culture, but and it got very, very toxic, and it got to the point where he was like spreading a lot of hate. Yeah, he had like all these followers who would like back him up on this at first, but it was like the first time he did it, it was like a really like small thing, and that made him feel good. He felt like he was doing something good. He felt like he was serving justice through twitter.com. So what does he do? He keeps going, and there's this one scene where you see him basically he witnesses this one person, like, was it at his university, who was like harassing like a female colleague.
It was a teacher. It was a teacher.
It was a teacher harassing like a female colleague. So he takes a picture and he like spreads this around. But like he has absolutely no regard for the victim. And that's when you first see that Huta actually doesn't give a shit about justice. He just wants to feel good about himself.
Yeah.
Which is why people decided to not forgive him in the first trial, I think.
Yeah, because he was quite abrasive in nature, so people didn't like that. But then at the end of the MV, you could see him obviously regretting everything when everyone turned on to him.
So,
and it was like, oh, sorry, Karen?
No, I was just gonna quick explanation that like at the end of his first trial video, you see his actual victim. He goes after this we don't know anything about this victim. All we see is like
we know it's quite a young person because he says like brat in his thing, so it's obviously quite a young
wait, let me
person.
Bring up the thing for that. But he like he picks his next target, and his followers kind of abandon him. Well, most of his, because like every time he continues with this so-called like justice, he gets like less and less followers. Like he has a lot of followers at first, and then there's less, and then by the end there's only 2. I
want to say something about that one.
Yeah.
Because in his second MV, it's like they go through with the spray paints on monster drawing, and the amount of spray paint that Futa sprays is how involved he got into it. But the one that ended up actually ending themselves, he only did a little bit and just let everyone else like follow on with that.
Wait, what?
Do you want to go to backdraft?
Wait, backdraft. Oh wait, I'm gonna bring it on right now. This was the final victim, right? If the stream delay isn't too.
Yeah, you got it up.
Yeah. So yeah, cause I was gonna say like all we knew about this final victim was this house. we don't know anything about them. All we know is that like there's like these cryptic clues, and then whatever Futa did, however he doxed them or whatever, that led to them dying, which led to everyone else pinning this whole thing on Futa, and he then became the person that got doxed and that people were canceling, and he got very traumatized. And he realized like I think he started to realize the gravity of his own actions, which is why I thought people would forgive him, because he acknowledges that what he did was wrong and he like is learning from his mistakes. But
yeah, and then if you go to backdraft,
yes, let me open backdraft.
It's right at the end, and it's like he's begging for forgiveness. He's begging for people to see that it was actually genuinely not. It's like you do something like when you're doing something, you don't really know what people are gonna do in return. So it's like it's not his actions to do it. It was this person's actions deciding to off themselves.
Yeah.
So it's just like wait. Go back a little bit further to this. Okay. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh yeah,
further.
This is where we see his actual victim. Right, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So wait, a little bit more further, a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Before that?
No, right when he's spraying the spray paint.
Okay, wait.
When he's spraying the spray paint on. So yeah, that's so like also like that eyes feeling is like he's got lots of social anxiety. Because he's not really he lives online pretty much.
Yeah. Chronically online. I mean, I feel like a lot of us can relate to that.
So like so with this bit here.
Yeah. So he just only does that one line,
but tiny little bit.
Oh, okay.
And then all of his followers
so
go really hard on this person.
Yeah, he does like one thing and then everyone like dogpiles on that, but then they all blame him because he was the first one.
Yeah. And then he keeps saying it's not just my fault, what about everyone else?
Yeah,
and also
that's
like
true, actually.
He didn't intend for this person to end themselves. That was the person's actions.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say that what he did wasn't wrong because
Yeah,
like cancel culture as a whole is kind of a problem when it's taken too far.
yeah.
But I feel like the fandom's treatment of him has been way too harsh. And I think the fact
Yeah.
that they have kind of gone back on that and people have started to forgive him after this video is like, I'm like, finally you understand.
Yeah, because he's genuinely like, it's also like his songs like backdraft, so he's feeling the backdraft of like the fire.
Yeah.
So it's very like he's also really begging for forgiveness, like begging for people to hear him out because he said himself in his drama track that he's just really misunderstood because
Yeah.
he's never really been given that chance to like speak his mind. So that's why he moved to Twitter for people to hear him out and stuff. And
But
it's just
Twitter
kind of
is a toxic hellhole.
yeah. And then he fed into the Twitter toxics. And
Yeah.
it's just like he's just and he keeps saying like I'm just like you sort of thing because S didn't know the outcomes of the what the second trial was going to be, so he was like I'm just like you in that thing
Yeah.
and stuff, and I feel so bad for him.
And I think the duality of Futa being not forgiven while Kotoko being forgiven really got to him because Futa is
Yeah.
like his was more of an indirect action which still had real life consequences, but he personally didn't like have a hand. He did like one thing which kind of spiraled out of control, which I'm not like saying like that's okay because it's not, but like him being treated way harsher than Kotoko, who physically murdered a man with her bare hands. The duality there.
Not
Yeah.
he's done nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong. Justice for Futa. I love him very much.
I feel like Yuno did nothing wrong. Futa made some mistakes, but he is learning from those
But he
mistakes.
still did nothing wrong.
He is learning from his mistakes, and that's what's important.
Yeah, because he knows what he did is wrong.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, because each duo has like a theme, and I genuinely think this is gonna move on to Mu as well, but Futa's actually the victim and Mu's the bully.
Yeah. So like
How
in
they
the
feel in this moment, yeah.
in the first MVs, you think that Futa's the bully and that Mu is like a victim in each of their like situations. And then you get to the second round and it's like actually it's the other way around when you see what's really going on behind the scenes. Like when you dig a little deeper.
Yeah, because he genuinely is a really good guy because he helped protect Haruka from people because he just wants to help the weak, you know?
Yeah. I think after the whole situation that happened from his like Twitter doxing and everything, I think he learned that if he's gonna protect someone, it shouldn't be for his own ego, it should be because he actually wants to help them.
Yeah, I feel
think,
as soon as I saw him guilty as well, I was like, what is everyone thinking?
Yeah, I was really shocked by that one. I was like, you see
Just
all of
because
these other people and you vote this man, you vote Futa guilty.
Just because he's a violent, abrasive man doesn't mean that he's bad.
Yeah, here we are. But yeah, I'm hoping justice for Futa in the second trial.
Ace, innocent, guilty. Innocent.
Like
innocent.
You gotta forgive him. You gotta give him the room and the opportunity to make his personal growth, because he like there are people who will refuse to like look back at their mistakes and grow from them, but Futa's actually regretting what he's done and he is learning from those mistakes.
I'm really excited to see, because if Kotoko gets the unforgiven penalty, that all of the unforgiven all of the other prisoners are just gonna go at her.
Oh, that'll be that'll be interesting.
Get her revenge. I think definitely Futa would.
Maybe I mean I don't know, because Futa seems to operate more just on justice, but not on revenge. Whereas Kotoko is kind of both, kind of justice, but also revenge as justice in a way, from some of the theories I've seen about her like crime. But yes, now we got wait, let me why is
the one that just released.
Yeah,
The
I don't
hot
know why the
topic.
quality for my YouTube is suddenly just like disintegrated, but this is Moo. Moo's case is really interesting because in the first video, she's kind of like, she portrays herself as this like weak like victim of bullying. She's like trapped inside this hourglass that's like slowly filling up and like suffocating her, and like all these bullies are like ganging up on her and like throwing water on her and stuff in like the bathrooms. And then there's this like one girl that like appears somewhere, and she, at the end of the music video, she like runs out and like kills that girl. Which is like, but there are so many questions about why that happened, who that girl is, and everything. But there was some like little hints in Moo's first video that suggests that she was also a bully. And in the second video that just came out this morning, that kind of confirms it, because she kind of presents herself as like this queen bee.
Her drama track also signified, her first drama track also signified that she was very manipulative, because she like broke S and Jackalope had to come in and like fix them.
She is quite literally gatekeep gaslight girl boss.
Yeah. And it's like people were surprised about the bee theme, but then when I looked back at her other drama track, her first drama track, there was also a bee theming in that as well. Like she thinks of herself as a bee. Barry the Bee Benson.
No. let me just get this image up on the screen. This one. There you go. This is from like the new music video that just came out. So yeah, you see, she this is how she really views herself, not as some like weak victim. She is like the queen
bee.
And everyone else is like her minions.
But then what I was just basically what everything from the first MV now doesn't make sense. Because there's people talking about she projected her thoughts on the first MV through the one that she actually killed. Like, this girl is getting bullied, so she projected herself through this girl to show that, oh, she actually was badly bullied. But then in her new drama track, I saw that because there was also people just roughly translating it, that she says that she doesn't call what she's doing, like mental manipulation, as bullying. She only sees bullying as something physical.
Okay, interesting.
But it's like, so, also the fact.
No, continue.
The fact at the end of the music video, the first one, the second one, sorry, the end of the second music video projects completely on the first one, but it's the girl with the brown hair that she's drowned. But what doesn't make sense to me is that the flowers were there on the desk after she got killed.
Yeah.
So why is she standing there whilst the flowers are there when she's got killed?
I mean, this is probably not like a literal thing. Like, she's probably not actually standing there, because like I think in Japan, like the flowers on the desk is literally like something they do when someone has died. I might be wrong here. This is what I'm remembering from like the anime that I've seen. But like usually in like anime and stuff that I've she is standing there, but like that might just be like in Moo's head. I don't know.
It's a form of bullying when they put flowers on the desk of someone.
Oh right, yeah. That is a thing. I forgot about that.
Oh
yeah.
Shit. But then that was after she died.
Yeah. So this kind of implies it kind of has that double meaning, I guess, both of the implications of the bullying, but also of the implications of her actual death.
Yeah. And it's literally like, because there's the things on the floor from when Moo was there. She's been like, I genuinely think that she was portraying herself through this girl on the first MV to be like, to make herself seem lesser than she already was. So
maybe
it's just like, I don't know, because then she has this thing in her head. She's like quite stuck in her head quite a lot as well with the Queen Bee. But something that I also realized about her songs, like the way that they do her songs, is that they are catchy on on purpose.
Yeah,
That
they get stuck in your head.
They're catchy because it shows you how manipulative she is. So you're always thinking of her because her songs are really catchy. And they
Yeah.
get stuck in your head. So like you're always thinking of her because she's stuck in your head. Because you got that ita ita
Yeah,
ita,
I was thinking of that same thing.
and then you've got the da 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 da, and I'm like, literally, it's just so that it gets stuck in your head.
Yeah,
So
it is
you can
fitting.
always think of her because she's that manipulative.
Yeah. I was gonna say
But
something and then I lost my point. Wait, you know, let me compare this scene that we have on the screen right now with the one from the first MV. Let's see.
It's a good song. It's catchy. My only thing is why is it so short? It's so short.
Yeah. I don't know. If she is projecting herself onto the other girl in the first wait, let me find that. Okay. So you see the scene at the end of the first music video. You got the okay, yeah. So the differences here, other than the fact that, you know, it's Moo in the front.
There's nothing on the floor.
There's nothing on the floor, yeah.
But the writing on the chalkboard's the same.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Yeah. And it's like, why does this girl matter so much to her?
Yeah.
Does she have a crush on her? Or is she just always one getting in the way that told everyone about her manipulative tendencies?
Or it might be one of those, like, toxic obsessions with someone who just doesn't give a shit about you.
I mean, Moo is confirmed lesbian. Or is it the other girl that's confirmed lesbian? I don't know. Someone's confirmed lesbian.
Yeah. No, because I think what happened is that this is just I've only watched the second MV once, but I feel like
because I made you watch it just before you started.
just before the stream. So I think the victim was someone who, because Moo likes to think of herself as like this important figure that like everyone needs to like bow down to, and I think that the girl she killed wasn't like that. Like she didn't give a shit about Moo. She was just like trying to live her own life. And I think Moo didn't like that. Moo didn't like the thought of someone who wasn't obsessed with her. And so she became obsessed with that girl, which kind of led to like this whole where is it? This scene here. The Anata ga suki yo. Yeah.
But then it's like, I love you. Why is she saying I love you?
That's the question. It's like, I'm wondering, does that come out of her obsession, or is she projecting? Is she projecting on what she wants to be told, like, to herself? I don't know. Probably, these are just like thoughts spinning in my head, because there's so many ways you can interpret Moo's actions.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. Like, all what we thought from the first trial just now doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because she thinks since she's been forgiven, she thinks that, oh, actually, what I did wasn't wrong. That means I don't need to hide who I am anymore.
Yeah. It's just like...
She's such an interesting character.
She is. I like her, but I hate her. You know?
I
like her as a character, but I hate her as a person.
Oh man. I love her gatekeep gaslight girl boss attitude.
Yeah. Like
she's honestly
she is my favorite female. But I hate her as a person, you know. She's such a good character though.
She's so good. And like the fact that she just has Haruka now just wrapped around her finger, because
he's so
honey in his
for her.
video. There's what?
there was honey in his video to symbolize Moo having a way into him, because hers like bee and honeys.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Because what was I gonna say? Shit. Yeah, no, because Haruka is just like a really convenient tool for Moo right now. Cause like
he would do anything.
He would do literally anything. Like she being trapped in MILGRAM, she doesn't have her pawns to like boss around anymore.
Yeah.
But now she has Haruka.
But now it's like now both of them are pretty much going to be guilty.
Yeah, I think
what's going to happen to that dynamic.
That'll be something. To me, it feels like
if
the
they
songs
both
are out
were
of
innocent,
order.
Because if they both were out innocent, then Moo would order Haruka to kill people. That's true. But yeah, that makes sense actually, kind of.
But yes, I was kind of thinking that as well, and then like I forgot to say it out loud. The fact that like that, because there was this theory going around when Afterpain first came out that Moo was originally a bully, but then they turned on her. So there is a chance that is still true, but
it makes me think, like, did they actually turn on her, or did they just not?
I don't know. I think there was a chance that they may have turned on her, like if her actions were exposed. But I think even if they did turn on her, I don't think that that didn't change her mentality about herself at all. She probably just thought, "Oh, these people are idiots."
Because I think that she's just still living in her head, like she's this queen bee and no one can say no to her, sort of thing. She won't let people say no to her.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions surrounding Moo. I'm like, will we ever have any of these questions answered? I don't know.
Hopefully everything will be answered, because I think there might be a third trial.
Yeah.
And then after the third trial, there might be a recap of everyone.
That would be good, because my brain cannot process.
Yeah. I really hope they don't do an Unasanis and then delete the whole channel after it's done.
No, they can't do that. That's illegal.
Yeah. So, verdict?
Yes, verdict. Okay, not gonna lie, I am torn. Because, like, I want to see what would happen if you kind of backtrack and say, no, Moo, you're actually kind of messed up and you are not in the right at all. Because she's not. But also, I think it would be really funny if Haruka was voted not guilty, was voted guilty or like not forgive, and Moo was voted forgive again. I think that dynamic would be really interesting.
But then, Kai, this is the meta voting that people said not to do because it will fuck everything over.
I know. I just think it would be a really interesting dynamic. But
no, Moo guilty 110%.
No, I don't know. Like,
no.
If I compare... Wait, no, never mind. I was about to say, if I compare Moo with Haruka, no, Moo is definitely more in the wrong than Haruka.
Yeah!
I can't make excuses for that one.
Exactly. So, yeah, guilty 110%. Yes, moving on to the best character ever in MILGRAM.
Oh god, right. He's next, isn't he? Oh, okay. We're gonna have some tea today. This is gonna be where the real conflict starts.
That he is the love of my life.
This is the man Kiwi simps
himself. For. Oh, he's so hot.
I do not like this man at all.
The way that you introduced me to MILGRAM just by me hearing you saying, like, I can't believe the slimy doctor is innocent. And I was like, what is this?
Oh yeah, wait, that is how you were introduced.
Yeah.
Kiwi was introduced to MILGRAM through me shitting on Shido. That's funny.
Oh my god, this man, where do I start?
I'll let you go off first and then I will tell you my opinion.
Okay, so this man released the absolute banger song that is Throwdown. It's the song of the year, song ever, beautiful, best song ever in MILGRAM. Okay, anyway, this man is an organ harvesting doctor.
What a way to introduce him!
He's this beautiful man who wanted to be a doctor to try to save people initially. We wanted to become a doctor to save people, and it started. And then he had this relationship with this person. I don't want to assume whether he's gay or straight. So we're just, but you know, he's obviously gay for Kazui. Anyway, moving on. This man lost his partner, and there is a theory. Oh no, I'll go into the theories later. This man lost his partner, and now he's like he can't live without his partner. So he tried to organ harvest his
that's not toxic.
And bring his partner back to life. But there's loads of theories surrounding, like, did he organ harvest the patient's organs, or did he try to I can't remember or did he like try to like save them? I don't know. Or like so he like lied to all of the families that they're dead, because I think that mainly they were on the cusp of like death pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And then he lied to them saying that they're dead. They because they died naturally or something, but he actually like just took their organs, or like he killed them and then took their organs, and tried to bring this person's life together. But there is a theory that I read somewhere in this like 70 slide document.
Oh my god.
That his wife was actually, he was in quite a toxic relationship with his partner, and his partner made him feel like he cannot live without this person. So when they died, he's tried to like, he's like, I can't live without this person now. Like I would either like have to try and bring this person back to life so I can live with them, or I'll end up ending myself.
I haven't heard that theory before.
Because he said that he hasn't got anyone to turn to. He's got no one left, pretty much. None of his family, loved ones, anything. So he's just a lonely guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's that. But then there's also a Jack the Ripper theory with him as well. Well, no, Jack the Ripper, Edward Scissorhands it is, I think. Because Kirisaki is like Scissorhands. I think, is it Jack the Ripper?
Oh no, Kirisaki. Yeah, no. Jack the Ripper in Japanese is Kirisaki Jack. So.
Yes. So yes, thanks for correcting me. But yes, there is a Jack the Ripper theory with Shido, because Shido Kirisaki.
Oh yeah.
The Ripper.
Because Shido is the only person in this series that has been implied to have more than one victim.
Yes. Like other than Haruka's multiple animal deaths.
Okay, more than one human victim.
Yeah. So his like thing is like, so he tried to I lost track of where I was, but it's like as soon as you meet him, he says he wants a death penalty, and he doesn't want to be forgiven. And it turns out, and I think probably one of the reasons why he wanted this is because he believes in reincarnation. So he can bring this, so him and his partner can now live in a different life. Because of his belief in reincarnation. And also that he did say that he would do it again if he did, because I think he was just so desperate to bring back the only person that showed him affection at all. But he's forgiven vote, and he says that he's disgusted in us.
Yeah, I'm also disgusted in everyone who voted him for forgive.
But no, what's actually happening with Shido now is that he's being reminded of why he wanted to be a doctor in the first place.
Well, it's a bit too late for that now.
Because he's actually reminding himself how like happy he feels like saving someone's lives, because he saved Mahiru from almost dying she could have died.
She could have died
if he wasn't forgiven.
We don't know that.
No, literally, it was confirmed that she could have died. That she was that badly beaten up because she didn't. Because whilst Futa was still injured, he could still, like, defend himself, but Mahiru couldn't. And Kazui stepped in to help defend Futa, didn't have any time to defend Mahiru, so Mahiru got the brink of it. Got most of the pain, and, like, her arm, her legs broken. Yeah. And it's like, she could have died if Shido didn't help her. And,
okay. Yeah, and that forgives his serial killings, does it?
And it's like, oh, just the way that he looks at you.
Oh my god. There it is, folks! There it is!
But no, honestly, I see a lot in this man because he I don't know. I feel like, why am I tearing up a bit? Why am I tearing up? I see a lot in this man because he has so much that he needs to, like, explore in himself. And also, like, he has a lot of built up guilt and built up, like, things he just needs to, like, you know, realize that he's actually, like, loved and stuff. And
So, okay. In your explanation, I can't help but make some connections between the way Shido is attached to his partner and the way Haruka is attached to his mom.
Yeah.
There are some similarities there, and especially in how toxic that is. The difference seems to be how they manifest these toxic feelings. Whereas Haruka becomes an attention seeker, and, you know, most of his victims end up being animals. Shido was in the position where he could let his victims be human. And he was like, he's an adult. So he's already more mature than Haruka anyway. So he's not going to have the same kind of response to, like, those similar relationship dynamics. But
with Shido, I think most of the patients that he killed or, like, took the organs from there was no turning back for them, pretty much. But he still ended their lives a bit too soon because in Throwdown, the best song ever, it showed a lot of resemblance to Ikebana.
Yeah. Because, like, the when he was putting together, like, the organs in, like, this to revive his, well, to try and he was being all Frankenstein trying to revive his old partner. It was kind of all represented through flowers.
Yeah,
Wait,
which is such a beautiful imagery. It's such a fucking beautiful imagery, and it suits him so well.
But I also feel like it's him trying to romanticize his crime at the same time.
But no, I think it's just, like, because with the other MILGRAM, like, the first trials especially, there was a lot of, like, imagery, a lot of imagery showing things. Because, like, Yuno could have shown her having an abortion, but she didn't. So, and, like Mahiru could have shown her, like, stalking her partner. She didn't. It was all through magazine articles.
Yeah.
So, like, this is, like, him using the imagery of flowers to...
Yeah, I mean, it's MILGRAM, so everything's a metaphor. But,
oh, look at him.
Yeah. Especially, it's, like, I think it's really interesting to see all these withered flowers as well in this video. It's, like...
That's him going down on me.
What? Kiwi! No! Anyway... I can't believe you just said that. Anyway, I lost my point now. Oh, no, right, yeah. No, like, the withered flowers as, like, his failed attempts at doing what he's doing. Yeah, it is good imagery, I'll give you that.
pretty.
God,
like, I'm
you
so
threw me
happy
off so much. But yeah.
Did he say that I threw you down?
No. But yeah, no. So my gripe with Shido is like, I'm usually all for serial killers. I think they are like, they can be some really fun characters, but I cannot stand Shido purely because he's a serial killer who happens to be a doctor. Like, that is cheating, my dude. You have such easy access to killing people. Where is the fun in that?
Look, it's like he used his profession to his advantage, so he could, because he was so fucking desperate to get this person back.
Desperation
It's
manifests
like, it's when
in many ways.
It's
but
when you go into like spirals of insanity almost.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. No, he definitely was not like in his right mind when he did this.
No.
And like, I can understand that he seems to like, he acknowledges that what he did was wrong, but the fact that he feels no remorse for it anyway, the fact that he says that he would do it again, I'm like, not sure about that, Chief.
He knows what he did is bad.
Yeah.
But he still would do it again.
I think
it's that, like, thing is, like, I know what I'm doing is bad, but I have to do it, you know, sort of thing.
Yeah. And like, this is like, with like, even after he, well, no, okay, this is what I'm trying to say. Okay, I got my words. The fact that he is aware that what he is doing is wrong, but he would do it anyway, kind of shows that he's actually not as like unhinged or like out of it as some of the others are. He knows exactly what he's doing. He is completely in control of his actions in the same way that Yuno is. But like, what he's doing is just so much worse. And like, he's lying to like the patients' families. He is literally ending people's, like, even if his patients are like on their deathbed, even if they are about to die soon, he has no right to end their lives early. That is not his decision to make. And like, doctors are literally under the Hippocratic Oath to like not do that. He's doing the opposite of like everything he should be standing for, which kind of is encapsulated in that in your favorite line of the song. Ethics is a delusion. Like,
oh, it's so beautiful because it shows his like brinking his fall into insanity.
No, but that's
he knew is now gone. He's just like, ethics is a delusion.
But that's the thing, isn't it? He's not insane. He's not insane. He knows what he's doing.
That's what I like. I like a man that knows what he's doing, you know?
But like, yeah, no, he has basically gone against everything he stands for, essentially, as a doctor, just to bring back this dead person by sacrificing the lives of all of these other people that he is supposed to be trying to help. So, like, you know.
Ace.
Yeah.
Ethics is a delusion.
Oh my god!
Oh, but his second song called Triage,
which is not out yet.
It's gonna be out on the 22nd of March. I've pre-ordered the album.
Of course you have.
It's a week before my birthday, though.
Okay.
So it's like birthday present. Yeah. And I'm so happy it was Shido's because it originally was gonna be Mahiru from like the pattern, but like no, it's Shido's.
Oh my god.
But triage is literally like, it literally means like the preliminary assessment of patients or casualties in order to determine the urgency of their need for treatment and the nature of treatment required. I googled it just a minute ago.
I see.
And it's like, yeah, so it's like the sorting of all allocation of treatment to patients and especially battle and disaster victims according to the system of priorities designed to maximize the number of survivors. So,
Where are you
so
going
what
with
does
this?
in A&E. So triage is a part of process to prioritize patient treatment so that is most accurately unwell patients are seen first. Triage may be done in isolation from streaming or completed after patient. So like he's like his partner is the most urgent to him.
Yeah, but
to be seen.
That's not right. Especially as a doctor, like as a doctor, you are not supposed to be treating people that you have a personal connection with, because that's a conflict of interest.
But Ace.
Yeah.
He's insane at this point.
No,
he's
but
desperate.
He's not in, like, he may be desperate.
Desperate.
He may be desperate, but he's not insane. He is sound of mind.
But then the thing is also that, like, I did see Amek say about the child theory.
Oh, yeah. I also disagree with the child theory.
I disagree with it, but then I do feel like that they were planning to have a child together before the partner died. Because it is actually... Shido actually does quite like children.
Yeah.
Not in the creepy way, but in like
not in the creepy way.
But in like the caring fatherly kind of way. He does quite like children. And it really, because like in his first drama track, he was like, he felt quite sympathetic to S because S seemed quite young. And he was like, you're quite young to be doing something like this.
Okay, but just because he has dad energy does not mean you can forgive his sins.
But no, I'm just saying also, like, he was saying about that he's really sad that Amane doesn't like him.
Oh, yeah.
And now Amane is plotting his death.
Oh, yeah, I think the Amane-Shido dynamic is really funny. I think it's hilarious because Shido just wants to be like a dad figure, and Amane is like, "I'm gonna kill you in your sleep, bitch."
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, Shido. I can't wait because also in the trailer for Triage, there's like a repetitive, like when he goes like Fukai des, it sounds like death.
Oh, yeah,
like the repeated death.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of cases where they'll use like des and death as like a pun because they sound the same, because in Japanese, like, you pronounce death as des. So
there's a repeating of death in the song, which I'm moderately excited for.
Yeah, we'll see if my opinions on him change with the second MV, but I'm not counting on it.
Mine would never change with him. He's perfect the way he is. Okay. Even if he ends up being an awful person, that's okay.
Oh my god. Yeah. No, I see, the thing that gets, like, he knows what he did was bad, and yet he tries to act like he himself is not a bad person.
Because he isn't!
Okay. He's a serial killer, Kiwi.
He's hot.
He's a serial...
He's hot.
I mean, not that I can comment, I'm also into various serial killer types, but like, you know.
Exactly! You're into fucking incest, man.
Okay, we do not talk. This is not the stream for that, Kiwi. This is not the stream for that. Anyway, so well, I feel like our stances on this one are pretty obvious. Like, I'm still very firmly on the not forgive for Shido, but yeah.
Forgive Shido. He did nothing wrong.
Do you hear this, bitch? Nothing wrong, he says. Okay.
Nothing wrong.
Okay, no, he did many things wrong. You compare him to like Futa. The fact that he got voted innocent and Futa got voted guilty, I'm gonna die mad about that. Anyway, Mahiru. Oh, Mahiru.
Poor Mahiru. I feel so bad for her.
Yeah.
She was
like,
she's one of my least favorite characters, but I feel so bad.
What she did was fucked up, but I don't think she deserved to be beaten up to this extent for it.
No. Like, she's a stalker.
She's like a stalker yandere. I think what happened was because let me get up her video so that like people who don't know can see the bird cage.
I will say her song is a banger. I really like her song.
It is it's very fun. I hate ads. Okay, let me get a clear image of the bird. Okay, you know what? You can kind of see the bird cage in the beginning. So, the entire music video is kind of you got the bird cage, and then you've got like these little magazine clippings and stuff, which kind of show the progress of her stalking. So and like there's like all these
because she gets like multiple jobs to be close to this guy.
All of the text, like all the little text and everything in like throughout this entire video, like everything that looks like the magazine clippings, it all kind of is relevant. It all kind of documents the progress of her stalking. Which is kind of crazy, and it's like if that I'm so grateful for all the translators in the YouTube comments, because otherwise I would not know any of this. But yeah, I was gonna comment on the bird cage. So while the bird cage is obviously metaphorical, I personally have this theory that she did physically like take this person who she was stalking and like lock him up somewhere. And when he tried to escape, she killed him. That is what I think happened.
Thing with her is that she still stalked him, but stalked him so much that he felt like he couldn't leave until he ended himself.
I don't know. I don't think he ended himself. I think she killed him. I think she killed him in like a hysterical fit, him. And she didn't realize what she did until it was already done.
Because in the undercover MV, it showed her strangling him.
Yeah.
So it could be her strangling.
Like, let me find the scene in here.
Also, I just want to say, I'm on the Judge app. I find it so fucking funny that Futo is 75% innocent. And Moo is already 83.92% guilty.
Oh my god, that's in one day. Fun facts for those of you who don't know, you can vote like once a day. Is it once a day?
Yeah,
on the MILGRAM website.
I may put the link in the chat. I can't wait to vote Shido innocent as soon as this MV comes out.
Wait, this face Mahiru makes at the this face she makes at the end of her first song. Like that makes you think that like she's like shocked that this person who she's in love with is dead. And I think she is shocked, but I think she's also the cause of it. I mean, she is the cause of it. We know she's the cause of it. She is the cause
of it. Because she always says that everything she does is because of love. She's very, very big on love. She's like, oh, I did this because I love you. Oh, I'm going to see you because I love you, you know, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And she's very big on having someone to love.
Yeah, I think the way she loves is very heavy.
Possessive.
But like her feelings are gonna be way too heavy for any normal person to like reciprocate or like receive or know how to deal with. And I think she suffocated. Like I think the strangling is both physical and metaphorical. I think he was suffocated by both her feelings and, you know, by the way she actually killed him.
Yeah. But the song's a banger.
The song is indeed a banger.
MILGRAM releasing banger out of banger.
I mean, it's Deco Nina, like.
But then I will say I'm not really looking forward to her new one.
Oh? I don't remember what the preview sounded like.
It doesn't sound as good as her old one, you know?
Oh. I mean, yeah, that's fair. The old one was pretty hype. But that also might be because she was not forgiven, right?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be reflected in the tone of her song.
But Futa's was like the best song.
That's true, like, but his Futa's already an angry boy, so his songs are all gonna be angry sounding anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like Mahiru's might like the whole MV might be a lot more dark, because this is very light and like fun.
I feel like what it would be is her mainly that she's in the birdcage, but it's all broken.
Oh, that would be really interesting.
And like, no, I think it's gonna be like a broken birdcage.
Yeah,
that's probably because we know from now that the theme of the guilty guilty prisoners. I'm in the Shido brain again.
Oh my god.
The guilty prisoners.
Yeah.
The MVs are a lot more secluded and darker, like with Futa being underground in like a graffiti thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like she's gonna be quite secluded and in a broken birdcage.
That would be really interesting.
It would either be in a broken birdcage or a locked birdcage.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just made this connection in my head that the birdcage is literally like her love nest.
Yeah.
I literally just clicked in my brain like just this minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I feel so bad for her. I think, honestly, before I was like guilty, but now I'm like, I think I forgive her. But I will have to see.
Yeah, I'd have to see her second MV, because I don't know, because she is definitely not quite right in the head. Because she killed the person that she was supposedly in love with, but she also doesn't acknowledge that she did that, I think, because like this feels like one of those cases where she would be like those people that say, oh, look what you made me do, rather than, oh no, I did this. Yeah, so but I can't really say for sure until the second MV, because this one really only shows like her stalking and like her own like feelings throughout that relationship until, you know, she killed him.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. Another thought just popped into my head. So, you know, like this face she makes right at the end where like you assume that that's when like the murder happened, right? But I just realized, what if she makes this like this expression comes not from the person dying,
killing,
but from them trying to leave. Yeah. And then that's when like the desperation and the insanity kicks in, and then she kills him.
Yeah. I see that.
Yeah.
I do see that a lot.
Gaslight without the girl part. Yeah. Yeah, this is my new theory now. I'm excited to see her video. Yeah.
Same.
But yes. Okay. Verdict on Mahiru. Innocent?
Innocent. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait though, but right now I'm on the verge of innocent just because I feel like she will get killed next time.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm like on the fence. Yeah, for me it's very, very definite. It's very heavily gonna depend on what her second MV consists of, because right now I'm like 50-50, but also slightly still leaning towards guilty. Just a little bit. It's pretty even though. It's hard. She is a tough one to decide on, like, morally.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Okay, but the next one, I think we're pretty much in agreement.
The DILF! The DILF!
Oh, Kazu.
I'm in love with this man, right?
You said this before.
But no, in a different way. This guy will take care of me. Like, I love Shido in a horny way.
Oh my.
Kazui is my new dad. He's replacing my dad. He is my dad. But yeah, there's actually like not a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
him.
to be honest, his video is really cryptic. There's actually not too much that I fully understood, because the video is him in like the audience seat looking on himself on like a stage. And like the situation is really ambiguous. And there are a lot of the different theories that have been going around. Because he's very devoted to his wife.
Yeah.
But in the video you can see him like at a bar talking to like these other women.
Because he's a host. Because he works as a host.
Yeah, the theory here is that he works as like a host, so like that's why he's like talking to all these other women. And a lot of people seem to be under the impression that his wife couldn't quite deal with him doing this job, and so she like jumped off a balcony or something. But that doesn't make sense to me because that's not murder. Like that's just straight up not murder.
I personally think it was a failed double suicide.
Yeah, that's the other theory.
So that it's either he jumped with her and he didn't die, or she jumped and he didn't, and he's being blamed because it was his idea.
Yeah, but then again, that comes back to what I was saying about Yuno in the sense that even if that was the case, that doesn't feel serious enough to be like for him to be put into MILGRAM specifically.
But then there's also a theory, well, that Kazui was actually a part of MILGRAM before, because
I have not heard of that theory.
In the half music video, he's wearing a prison guard uniform that looks very similar to S's.
Oh, okay.
And he also knows that something's up. Like, it's not as if they say it, not as they say it is.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like in Squid Game, when the old guy was a part of Squid Game because he was the creator of it. And he just liked playing it. I think that might be a similar sort of case with Kazui. Like, that he used to be a prison guard apart from MILGRAM, like a past MILGRAM thing, because he knows that there's something up with it. And he knows that, like, it's not as it seems. So I think he's being put as, like, an outlier in it. But
that's an interesting take. I don't know if I agree.
I definitely think that he was put in for murder and there is more to what he's saying, but I do definitely think that he did have something to do with MILGRAM in the past. They're also in his new video, in his new song teaser, Cat, which is a banger, by the way, is one of the ones that I'm really looking forward to because Jazzy Dilf. He says something like love, like it's like love playing house equals fake. So it could be in with the gay theory, which is
I think that would be a great way to take his character.
He keeps saying that he's a coward. So it's either that he was a coward because he didn't jump when she did, or that he couldn't come out to her.
Yeah.
That he was gay.
Oh, that would be interesting.
But yes, Kazudo, I ship Shido and Kazui way too much. The only ship I like in MILGRAM is Kazui and Shido because it makes sense.
That does kind of make sense. The old man.
The smoking.
But yeah, I think so with Kazui, the thing that is his entire video was really confusing to me, but the most confusing part was this section here. Like him like kneeling in front of this empty chair with all of like the rest of the video flashbacks in like the background, and then like those like brief scenes with like the balcony, and like there's like a figure on the balcony, and then there's like no one on the balcony, which implies like the jumping off. And
there's like a hand reaching him as well.
Yeah. And there's like a bunch of like in the audio, which I have muted right now, you know, as a precaution. But there's like a what do you call it?
Like speaking over
words. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
That's the thing. That's a reoccurring thing for the first trials because they did it with Shido's. They did it with Haruka. They did it
really?
with.
They have like spoken bits?
Yeah. They copy the words. Yeah, they say it in spoken.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I did not notice that in the other songs. But
Because like with Shido's, it's like him whispering the lyrics at the same time.
Oh, okay.
And like Haruka was speaking over it as well.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like Kazui's was a lot more pronounced. I don't know if that's just because of the whole setting of it being like on a stage. Maybe.
Yeah.
But like my biggest question is, what is the deal with the empty chair?
Might be his wife.
Maybe.
But then also, he was so devoted to his wife, right? And you even saw his ring in the music video. But in his outfit for the second trial, he doesn't have his ring anymore.
I did not notice that. Oh, you can't see his hand here. Okay.
But yeah, you can't see his ring. Let me get a picture.
That's interesting. Wait, did he have it in the first trial?
Yes.
Okay. I guess that kind of, because so he was obviously forgiven because A, we don't actually know what he did. And B,
Yeah.
he's just a chill old man right now.
He's a good dad.
I knew he would be Yuki's type. But
wait, why is there this fan art of like his big titties being?
Oh my god. But yeah, wait, what was I making a point about? I was making a point about something. Oh, okay, yeah, no, because he was forgiven, I think that kind of helped affirm his mentality about himself.
Yeah.
So he's become a lot more laid back, and I think he's able to finally move on, like, from everything that happened. So that might be why there's no ring there. I think the lack of a ring might be a sign of like processing his grief in a way.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, good for you, my dude.
Yes, honestly. But I love him. He is still innocent for me.
Yeah, same. Like, unless something big happens in his next MV, I can't see my opinion on him changing. Like, he's just a soft old man.
He is! Cat will be a law drop, though. I can
imagine. It has to be. With how cryptic Half was, like, you can't, like, not give us something.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
Now we have... Oh, Amane.
Right, so I can't talk about Amane in front of my friends because we have very different opinions about Amane, and it will go in and it goes into full blown on arguments.
Oh boy. Oh
yeah, this is Cat's time.
Oh boy. Okay, go on.
I don't trust Amane at all. Like, whereas I do feel bad for Amane, like, she has gone through lots of torture and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's just like, the more you forgive her, the more she will affirm her idealizations of her cult and get people to join that cult.
Yeah. Okay, so I feel like we gotta establish for people who are unaware of Amane's whole issue. She was raised by a cult.
It's her dad's cult. It's her dad's cult.
Oh, it's her dad's. I did not know that. Okay, so basically she was raised by a cult, who imposed all this brainwashing and all these like messed up, twisted values onto her. So she kind of grew up in that sort of environment, which kind of shaped the way she behaves and the way she thinks now. And she went through a lot of abuse, and everything. And I think, who did she kill?
It was the rabbit in the lights.
So yeah, in her first MV, you see her helping this like injured rabbit who was like shunned or who was like punished by the cult. But one of the cult members saw her do that, and then she got punished herself. And then by the end of the video, she ended up killing that rabbit, which is like a metaphor for like another member of the cult. So that's kind of like the cycle of progression of like what the brainwashing from the cult has turned her into. And everyone voted, the majority voted her guilty or like not forgive in the end of the first trial, which has led to her becoming like this.
But then no, there's no. I don't feel like there was no medium for Amane. Because you are affirming her ideas, she will affirm her ideas about the cult and get people to join.
Okay,
Denying, she is going on a murderous rampage to Shido if he's guilty and she's innocent.
Okay, but I think the thing here is that you can't judge her in the same way that you're judging everyone else, because like she is a literal child. She's like what, 10 years old? Like 12 years old?
Yeah, but then like just because they're children doesn't mean that you should judge them any less than an adult.
No, that's true. But like, cause like where Haruka has the mentality of a child because of like his neglect, Amane's mentality, like Amane is like
an adult.
She's
her mentality is an adult.
She's more mature than Haruka in some aspects, yes, but she is still very much a child in the sense that she has not been taught like the right things as a like in her life. Like she has not had any good role models. She quite literally doesn't know any better. She only knows what has been taught to her by the adults around her. She has no other like reference for like her morals or her values or like how she should behave in society. So like I don't think you can blame her for being this way because she doesn't know anything else.
Yeah. But sorry, I'm eating a lolly. But it's like I don't trust her.
I mean,
I don't trust her.
I also don't trust. I as a principal do not trust children. I am notorious for disliking children, but like
it's like children still have like from their influences from their thing. Because do you remember there was this one case where two teenage boys saw this thing on a TV program, so they went and recreated and killed a little boy on the train tracks. Can't remember the actual name of the case. But it's like the children are easily influenced by other people to do things. So Mamane was easily influenced by her cult to do this to this person because it went against the laws of her cult. But then the thing is that because she she's so deeply brainwashed, there's no way that because she said that she killed this person because it was her duty to do so. And that she just had no other way to do it because like that's what her beliefs are. And it's like people were saying you had to sit her down and tell her what she was doing was bad, but obviously the meta voting
it's not going to be that simple.
Because like I saw a post on Moo's video being like the meta voting doesn't work, and I'm like, it didn't work for everyone but Shido because Shido actually helped heal people, you know? But it's like, I don't know. I don't trust them on it. I'm scared because as a Shido sim,
of course that's what it comes down to.
I didn't like Gamane in the first place, but now that she is plotting to kill Shido because he is doing the exact same thing that got her into trouble and perform first aid and go against the cult beliefs, she now wants to kill him.
But okay, I think what Kat's saying in the chat is really interesting, and the fact that voting her guilty affirmed her position of othering that the cult pushed on her. I think that's actually a really good point, because if she has been punished, like that is something she's used to. She is used to being abused. She's used to being punished. This is not going to affect like the way she thinks about things. This is not going to change the way she like perceives the world or like change the values that have been imposed on her through all of this brainwashing from the cult. What she does not know about, like what she has not experienced, is positive reinforcement. I think that's what she needs. Like not positive reinforcement in the sense that this is wrong. Like not positive reinforcement in the sense that saying that what she did wasn't wrong, but more in the sense that like this is why this was wrong, and this is like giving her the opportunity to like grow. She's only 12. Like she was brainwashed for like 12 years of her life, but that doesn't mean she doesn't have the room to like grow out of that, to like learn and to kind of unlearn all of the brainwashing.
But it's like with Amane, she's already now so far down into this like anger and stuff that even if you vote her innocent now, it's gonna make things worse. Because she will lash out to people. She will lash out to Shido.
I mean, that might be the case, but like again, she is a child. Like you can't.
It's like you can't. It's like with Amane, it's two negatives right now. If you vote her innocent, she's gonna lash out to Shido and to pretty much anyone else who goes against her cult beliefs. If you vote her guilty, she's gonna go back into that mindset of the cult and
okay, but the question is how is she going to lash out? Like the only reason Kotoko was able to lash out at people was because she is physically strong. Amane is a child. She has no access to any weapons.
She is plotting his death. Have you seen the lyrics of the Purge trial, her new song?
I have not. Well, I think I did once, but I don't remember.
Let me get the lyrics up for you real quick. Hi, Dying Wish.
Like, yeah, it'll probably like mess things up a lot, especially because like, if Haruka gets like not forgive, that's gonna confuse him a lot, and that I think if Amane gets forgiven, that's also gonna mess her up a lot because it's like you're going back and forth between these decisions, and for people who like are still trying to like for Amane and Haruka who are children in their heads. Well, Haruka in his head, Amane is a literal child. That's going to be confusing for them.
But it's like because Mu is now going to be voted guilty, and there's no denying because she's already 85% guilty.
Yeah,
that he will end himself, or he'd try to.
I mean, if he's also not guilty, he's not going to have the opportunity to do that. He's going to get more restrictions put on him.
Here's the Amane lyric. Okay. Let's strangle his throat thoroughly so he will never talk back.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so she is thinking about exactly how she's going to do the killing.
Yeah, her song is called The Purge March.
Yeah, okay. That's interesting. But again, like this is all influenced by factors that she had no control over. Like it's not her fault she ended up this messed up. And like I don't like she needs to be like she needs to learn from her mistakes and like she needs to be punished to an extent, but not like this. Not in the same way that the cult has influenced her, because like what am I trying to say? In MILGRAM, they have like when they're voted like not forgive, they have all these extra restrictions put on them. Their movement is restricted, and like that's probably gonna be something similar to like the torture that she's experienced growing up. Like I assume, like I don't know exactly what they did to her, but like I assume in like these contexts, there's been electrocutions. I assume there's probably been like solitary confinement, things like that, being unable to like do things, being put under restrictions, like what's happening with MILGRAM. So I don't think if you keep voting her guilty, I don't think that's going to benefit her in any way. Like if you vote her innocent, that's also not gonna benefit people, it's really difficult now that she's been voted guilty once. It complicates the entire situation
because people thought that we were going to teach her a lesson by being guilty, but no, it made her worse. So I think, but then I still think that there might just have to be just constant guilties now, because she will be a danger and a threat if she is given innocent, because she is plotting murder right now.
Yeah, but I don't know, it's really hard to say, because if she is given more freedom now, she's definitely going to like try something. Like that is without a doubt, that's gonna happen.
She is going to kill Shido.
She's gonna try to at least.
If he gets guilty though, it will be more easier for her to do it, because he cannot lash out to her.
Yeah, but I had a thought in my head, and I lost it. Wait, what was I saying? That if she was voted, if she's voted not guilty, she would definitely try and do something. If she's voted guilty, if she keeps getting voted guilty though, I don't know. I feel like she's just gonna break even more. Like, she was already broken at the start, but it's just gonna... She's 12! She's 12, man! Like, children...
Nah, fuck children.
Like, I agree, but also children have a bigger capacity, or like a... Is that the right way to say it? Like, a bigger capacity for, like, growth? Because they're still in the very early stages of their life, and in the very early stages of, like, the development of their brain. So, like, she's in, like, a position where she has room for growth, but if you keep voting her guilty, she is never going to be able to grow.
And it's like, if you vote her innocent, you're gonna affirm her,
yeah, that's where it gets complicated.
Out and
that's where
kill
it gets
people
complicated.
for going against the beliefs of her cult, you know?
Yeah, it's so hard. Her case is so... It's so... Like, when you bring children into it, like, morality gets so confusing.
I do really want to commend MILGRAM just because of the vast age differences.
Yeah.
Even though the oldest female is 22 and the oldest male is 39. But I do think it's nice to see all different ages, you know?
Yeah. No, I think especially adding a child into the mix really makes you question everything, like, morally.
But then it's also, like, Moo's 16 as well, so she is still technically a child.
That's true.
So it's like... yeah. Anyway, innocent or guilty, Amane?
See, we're in a situation where it's gonna feel wrong either way for me.
Yeah, I get that. But as a Shido sim, I fear for this man. So
okay, I mean, I would be unsurprisingly, I'd be okay with Shido, like, you know,
that's
being
because you don't like him.
Yeah. So just for that, I might say for now, let's say forgive. Let's see what her second MV brings out, though.
I just remember this one message I sent to Kat like months ago.
Yeah.
About me being like, I'm so attached to Shido right now. He's my comfort character, and I'm worried that if anything happens to him, or like he isn't who he seems he is, you know.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. God. Oh my.
Are you ready for the man that?
The man. This is my best boy.
The man that blew MILGRAM up. I remember seeing the he blew up MILGRAM because TikTok. And literally, I remember watching the sub count from like 90k, 97k to like almost 200k in a week.
It's because his song is a banger. Also, just quickly going back, because I just saw Kat's comment that almost never case young people deserve to be saved more than older people. And honestly, I have to say, I don't disagree. Because like young people have like more of a future, technically.
Children
like,
are the future.
Yeah, no, but like it's true because like people get older and then like young people like take over like the positions of the people that get older. It's like it's the circle of life. So yeah. Anyway, right. So yes, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Mikoto. I love this man.
The sexy man of MILGRAM.
He is so fucked up. Also, just so, after the first trial, everyone did get beat up by my best girl Kotoko, who's up next. You can see the remnants of this fight in Mikoto's outfit here. Especially like the bite, like the teeth marks are what get to me.
It's also because he's not registered with the MILGRAM, so he could fight back.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing. Wait, so he's just like, the system just doesn't recognize him?
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's really interesting.
In always except physically, I'm a wolf.
Yeah. We'll get to that. We will get to that. But yeah, so Mikoto's whole thing is that I think he has... They really pushed for like the fact that he has DID.
Yeah.
So
I don't like that because it's such a bad portrayal of DID.
yeah, I don't know. I can't really comment on that.
But then it's like I like the theory that it's like amnesiac barriers when he has like I don't know a BPD like lash out or something.
Yeah. See, that's what I originally thought it was. And then his MV came out and everyone was like, "Oh, he has DID." But
it's like the thing is that it doesn't click well with me that it's DID because his like he genuinely like without the other lashing outs, he genuinely thought it was a TV show so he was pretending to get along with people more. He smokes just so as a social thing, just to get along with people who smoke.
He seems to have kind of a warped perception of reality. Is what I'm understanding here. I don't know. Like, all I could understand from his... It's been a while since I watched his MV. But what I remember is he kind of... He has, like, his two sides. Like, the side that he shows everyone in public.
I have
which
two
is very...
sides. I am your angle or you.
Yes. So he's very, like, he goes to work, he does his job, he does whatever he needs to do in society, he like gets by. And then his other side, which is a serial killer. Oh, he's the other one that's implied to kill multiple people. Yeah. So, but he's like the fun serial killer. She does like the boring serial killer.
No, shut up! I do not accept your pseudo slander. I will be there to slander your best girl. Don't you worry.
Oh, we're gonna get into that. Inside of him are two wolves. He's gay. Yes. Wow, this guy has so many things wrong with him. I love him. That is my mentality with Mikoto. Yes. But yeah. Let me get up his music video.
Like for me, with Mikoto, his hype's kind of died down for me personally. Like it was that really huge shock in his MV, but now I'm like, I prefer other characters over him.
That's fair. No, it's funny because I'm kind of the other way around because like Futo was originally my best boy, and then Mikoto's MV came out, and I was like, oh no, I like this man. Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, the fact that his MV kind of starts with like that broken room, I've never fully understood what that meant. Like
it's like a perception in his mind, I think.
Yeah. Is that just like a reflection of his broken mind? Like, am I taking this too literally?
People want to go with the DID route. It could be like his headspace in like his mind.
Okay.
With where like all of his alters like hang out, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Or I mean, so far, like if it is DID, we just see like the two personalities.
Yeah, or like a warped therapy room.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can see that. Yeah. Like the DID thing does kind of make sense because he doesn't remember. But like, I don't know enough about DID to comment on this because like, would you not remember?
Yeah, it could just be like amnesiac barriers.
Yeah.
Like when you really lose lots of control of yourself and just lash out.
Yeah, that's what I originally thought was happening.
Make you lose your memory of what happened.
Yeah.
But like there's certain words that trigger him to do this like outburst.
Yeah, like what a good boy. Look at him beat up that innocent person on the street.
Which him fucking beat him to death.
Yeah, no, I always thought what happened was that he'd have like a mental, like, his mind would just kind of go blank, and he'd snap, he'd like beat people up, and then he'd like come back to his senses afterwards. I assumed it was like a way of stress relief for him. Like if he's like going through the motions of like monotonous society every day and it's like starting to wear down on him, he's like every day is the same. He like goes to work, he comes back, it's just really boring, it's really like all like really stressful, and then he just reaches his breaking point and he like snaps. And that's what I assumed was happening.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm reading what Jinx said and I do agree with that because my cousin actually has GID. And they didn't know until they slowly found out. But like sometimes alters try to like get like disguise themselves as you to like I can't remember the word, but they try to put up this like front, and they're like they want to protect the body and from them actually knowing that they actually have the ID and that they're a system. That could be something that's going on, because in his second MV, it's like it's like saying like I saved you, something like that. But I do also like the theory of Jinx that he enjoys the murders.
Yeah, I think
And
that's a really
like
interesting theory.
he
He
likes
just
the murders because
dissociates through it.
yeah, like he has the he murders, but it's like he's trying to get away from that. He's trying to stop murdering and get like a job that he really wanted to do and be like, right now I've got this job that I've really wanted to have for a long time, so I'm going to stop the murder. But then things just click in his brain, and it's like this like addiction he almost has to murdering.
That's an interesting theory. But yeah, MILGRAM does seem to really be pushing the DID thing, but I don't know, I guess we'll see for sure in the next video if it like clarifies anything about that. But yeah, I was gonna say something about the serial killings, and I just forgot what it was. We'll see if it comes back to me. But yeah, Mikoto's an interesting, because his MV, like, we mostly just see like the two sides of him. We like see him like chilling out, and then we see him like killing people. And that's it. We don't know his motivations. We don't know why he's doing anything he's doing. We just know that he's, oh, there's like the tarot cards as well. But yeah, we just know that he's like kind of fucked up. But that's it. That's all we know. So it's really hard to make a judgment. But everyone immediately jumped on the guilty train. Because he is, like, the one thing you can't deny is the fact that he is just a serial killer. But yeah, this scene right here,
I love this fucking scene.
This scene where he's like, that kind of really solidifies the DID theory for this video, I think. And it,
like
it might be like him
it's
kind
like
of coming.
Yeah,
I don't know if this is him becoming aware of his DID here. The artist really went off. Like, this video was actually delayed. Like, the release was delayed because they wanted to spend more time making it, and like they paid off.
Yeah, like you can just really see the improvement of the animation from weakness.
Yeah.
To and then like now they've just like really popped off with the animation, especially in the second trial videos.
It's so good. But yeah, it's so interesting to think about. It's like like, I think this scene in particular, it's like the face he's making here, like, he looks genuinely afraid. And like, what's he afraid of? He's afraid of himself.
Yeah. He's afraid of like of him like finding out the truth, you know.
Yeah. And it's like his other self is like literally standing behind him, but he refuses to look behind. He wants to like live in ignorance, which is kind of reflect like even in his very like first intro, like before all the songs came out in the series, where he was like, I don't know why I'm here. I didn't do anything wrong. Because he doesn't want to know. He doesn't want to remember. He wants to like pretend he's innocent.
I love the fact that when his MV came out, there was a lot of jokes in the fandom that he's just a guy that works at McDonald's.
Oh my god.
Which is
oh, Mikoto. He has issues.
I'm still on the guilty train with him. Honestly. But that imagery right there, that fucking imagery of him in the bath,
let me
the
just...
bath with the pool of blood with a cigarette hanging out. Peak illustration imagery right there. It's so beautiful. Like,
I don't even know how to unpack this scene. Like,
it's so eerie.
Yeah.
And like beautiful at the same time, you know.
I think just the way he looks here, it kind of
hot.
I mean, yes. But also what I was gonna say.
I was gonna say something else, but
he feels oh my god. He feels very resigned. It's like he's kind of
like dissociating.
Yeah. Or just like he just feels kind of done. In my opinion, he's just like. That's the vibe I'm getting from his attitude here.
Yeah, but that's
yeah.
Also, like, I noticed that he has 2 different colored earrings, which could symbolize like his different personalities.
Oh, that's interesting. I did not notice the earrings.
Yeah, that's one of the most things that was like theorized. But yeah, there is still lots to him because he's also not registered on the MILGRAM system,
Yeah,
so he can.
that. Which
there's
I
also
think...
like. I remember there was like theories. I remember mine and Kat's friend was saying that like it's probably just like a test for S, that like S knows that they're just not all safe because like there's a barrier around S, so it's like, oh, they know that they're not completely safe. They're doing it just for Mikoto, just so they know. But then also it's like, is it just because he hasn't got that his other like identity in or something, which is like a fake, you know?
If the DID theory is what's happening, then maybe MILGRAM, like the system, has like the other personality on record and not not his main personality.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works in practice, but I mean it's MILGRAM, so.
Also the Hangman Tarot card on his shirt.
Oh, I never noticed that. Oh, that's really interesting. Oh shit. Wait. Yeah. What does the Hanged Man actually symbolize? I don't know anything about tarot.
Let me get it up. Let me look it up.
Today we learn.
Hanged Man Tarot.
Because there's a lot of like tarot in.
I typed in tar instead of tarot. The Hangman is the 12th major arcana card. Used in the game.
Someone caught in a situation. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's ultimate surrender, sacrifice, or being suspended in time.
Interesting. That's really interesting, actually.
Oh yeah, it is. It is him fretting in the viewer, being like,
Wait,
I am fine, I am safe.
No, but I think what's really interesting is that silhouette supposed to look like a brain?
Don't know, I think it's just like blood.
I don't know, because I'm like, that's what I thought when I first saw that. I don't know if I just paused it at like a weird moment. I'm like, huh. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. That's... Blood explosion. It really... Right! I got lucky with where I paused it there. It was like one moment, which I was like, huh, that's really interesting. Which kind of goes into like the... all of his mental issues. But yeah.
Yeah, but...
Oh, I love that expression on his face.
It's so good. It's so good! But yeah, so what's your thoughts on... What's innocent or guilty?
Oh... As much as I love this man, I have to say guilty. Because, like... I may not know, like, there's still a lot of mystery surrounding him, but you cannot deny that he did just murder a bunch of people in cold blood.
Yeah. I am on the guilty train with him.
Yeah. It's okay. He's still my he's like my problematic fave. You
were literally like, I can fix him.
I can fix him. It's fine. No one's perfect. And now you have Kotoko, my beloved, who did absolutely nothing wrong in her life ever.
She did
absolutely nothing wrong in her life ever.
So many things wrong.
Now it's my turn to be an apologist.
And you're being hypocritical.
Okay, okay. So Kotoko's whole thing is that she is a vigilante, and unlike Huta, who operates entirely online through like doxing and Twitter cancel culture and all that, she physically goes out with her baseball bat and beats people up on the street who well, not just random people up on the street, that's what Mikoto does, but like beats people up who like have done crimes. Because a cab, you can't trust the police to get anything done these days. So she takes the law into her own hands. She does like a bunch of like research find like very specific criminals. I think the theory is that she goes after specifically like child traffickers. I think
No, it is.
Is it
It's abusers,
abuse? Okay,
sexual abusers. That's what
that
it is.
yeah. So she specifically goes after these criminals. A lot of people think that's because of something that happened in her own past.
Yeah.
And like I'm like slay queen because they deserve that beating up. And then that kind of eventually culminates in her finding this one specific target who a lot of people seem to think has some connection with her past, and that becomes the first like target that she actually kills, which kind of unleashes something in her. And in the MV, she kind of there's like a lot of wolf imagery. Let me get that up. Let me get up the moment where she like bares her fangs.
On levels except physical.
On all levels except physical, she is a wolf.
Barks. But no, my thing with Kotoko is that what she did was right. Like, she did do a bad thing, but like her reasoning behind it, because she pretty much, I think she usually doesn't kill the sexual abusers.
Yeah.
But because this one case that she found was actually her old sexual abuser, I think.
Yeah, I think it looks like it was someone who she was chasing for a very long time.
Yeah, so she lost all control and killed him.
And honestly, you can't blame her for that.
Yeah, but it's like the thing is like the things that she did after, I don't agree with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like what, because like she's doing it to help the abusers, like to help the people who are getting abused.
Okay. Yeah.
But her whole perception of if someone did a bad thing, they deserve to get punished is wrong. Because of the judgment that we let out, because these people were guilty, so in her eyes, it was seen as they did a bad thing, so she needs to hit them and hurt them and stuff, which isn't right. Because in this thing, they're all the same. They all murdered someone in their own cases. And it's like, oh, just because these people have this kind of vote means, oh, they should actually hit it, because she didn't actually keep to her promise.
Wait, what's
all she promised, her promise was only just to be S's fangs, not to abuse and hurt
I assume this is what she had. This was the implication of being S's fangs. Okay, so I have opinions about her actions to the other inmates, because I'm not condoning what she did. Because, especially with Mahiru, she did go too far with Mahiru, I will admit that.
No. Futa's eye
and
permanent.
That's
permanent.
That's pretty bad. But,
Futa's eye's permanent and Mahiru could have died.
Yeah. No, that's true. I'm not condoning her actions. I'm just saying, she still is very... So, of course, the forgive verdict is going to affirm her, her views of her vigilante justice views. She's decided to take justice into her own hands. She thinks that what she's doing is a good thing. She thinks that she's helping S. She doesn't quite seem to understand her own position within MILGRAM. She doesn't seem to quite understand that she is also a prisoner, that she has also committed an act of murder, even though her act of murder was, in my opinion, justified. I forgot the point I was trying to make.
It's justified. It's just the way that she went about her idealizations of, if you did something bad, you need to get hit.
I think, so after her first kill, I do think that her sense of justice did get a bit warped in the same way that Futa's got a bit warped after, his first Twitter doxing.
But it's like, she doesn't regret it, but he does. That's the main
that's because he took it too far and he was turned on. Kotoko, with her first murder, I don't see anything wrong with it.
She didn't
with the
kill people. She only killed that one person.
Yeah.
All she did was just hurt them and hurt them a little bit.
Yeah, and they were all criminals anyway. So, and the law, they were evading the law. She just took the law into her own hands because you can't trust the police to get anything done. Within MILGRAM though, that's when things get a bit more complicated, because this is where I can say that she is not in a position to make these judgments, because like she I forgot how to speak English. What am I trying to say? I had a point. Yeah, no, she's trying to impose her own values of justice within MILGRAM, but what she doesn't understand is that MILGRAM has its own system, and MILGRAM has its own values of what justice could mean. And that is based around S, that is based around the viewers, that is based around whatever is going on within the system itself. And I think okay, as much as it pains me to admit, if Kotoko is voted guilty next trial, I think it would be really interesting to see like how she reacts to that. But I forgive her.
Oh yeah, Jinx, Futa's thing is permanent. Like, they confirmed in his drama track that it's not gonna get fully healed. Like, he won't be able to see out from his eye again.
That I will say she did take that too far. Like, do the inmates know about each other's situations? I don't know if they know about each other's.
They know as much as they tell to each other.
Okay, because like if Kotoko knows what Futa's crime was, I don't know, because what they're doing isn't like actually that different. The only difference is that she's physical and his is online.
I think what she just saw was he's guilty. He did a bad thing. He should get punished. But it's like they don't. I think what they say as much as they want to say in the trial, to each other. So I don't know. Probably she might have known, but because we voted him guilty, she saw that in her eyes, that he deserves to be hit, like beaten up and abused. You know.
Yeah. I mean, this all kind of comes down to her like own sense of justice, which I admit can be a problem. Like people imposing their own sense of justice, especially in a situation like MILGRAM, is going to cause issues. But like, I don't know. I can't blame her. I can't blame her. I'm a simp, what can I say? She like this whole so the main difference between her and Futa is that while she is also kind of self-motivated in the sense that this kind of comes from her own past trauma, she does want to help the victims, like genuinely. But I think what happened when she killed her first like actual murder victim, I think that felt good. I think that felt good.
Yeah, she was. Because in the undercover trailer, she was smiling.
Yeah, like especially this final scene from the MV, like, I think that unlocked something in her. Like she doesn't feel remorse, but Futa feels remorse because, well, I feel like Futa only feels remorse because, you know, he was put into the victim situation himself, but like he was given the opportunity to like learn that what he did was wrong from that experience, so. I admire the fact that he's like learned from that and like growing from that. Kotoko, yeah. The more I talk about this, the more I'm like leaning towards.
You're digging yourself.
I am digging myself into my grave. But you know what? Okay, you know, I will admit. Okay, maybe Kotoko has done she has made some bad choices and done some problematic things, but I forgive her anyway.
Nah. You simp. Yeah, you fucking simp.
Hey. We've been near.
I'm shaking my head at you right now.
Yeah, no, but I think if Kotoko is put into a situation where she is forced to like come face to face with like why her sense of justice has become warped, why what she's doing is wrong, then I think she will also change the same way Futa did. If she just needs to be given that opportunity.
I can't wait Futa to hit her. She's guilty. Futa innocent. Futa punch her in the face right now. Get his revenge.
No, I think it'd be really funny if they're both innocent. And no, you know what I think would be really, really interesting is because already a lot of the verdicts have been completely swapped around. I think so far everyone except for their verdict has been swapped since the first trial, right?
Yeah.
I want to see how Kotoko reacts to that. How she feels after seeing the people that she has punished have now been forgiven.
Oh, yeah. And the ones that she didn't punish were unforgiven.
Like, I feel like that's gonna really fuck up her own moral compass. Like, even more. Yeah, no, I was also thinking if they're both innocent, they can fist fight. That'll be really funny. But yeah, there's so many possibilities. But yes, final verdict on Kotoko?
Guilty.
Guilty? I'm still innocent. I can fix her. I can fix her.
I have a little fun idea that we could do now. That we've gone through all of the prisoners.
Okay, yeah.
We could do a tier list of all the songs.
Does a tier list for that actually exist? Wait.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've got it.
Send.
I've sent it in the mute chat.
Okay.
I edited the little categories, by the way. If that's happened with the...
I just see S, A, B, C, D.
Oh no, I changed it to... S is the song of all time.
Oh my god. No, I'm keeping mine as it is.
A was absolute banger. B was bop. C was minor slay. D was still good but mainly skip.
Oh
and I wasn't thinking of throwdown for the song of all time, thank you very much.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, no, genuinely.
Okay.
My non-biased view.
Okay. Right, let's see. I'll do mine on the stream and then I can show yours when you're done with yours.
I thought we were gonna do it together.
Oh, you want to do it together? Okay. No, yeah, because if we have very different opinions here, because you're gonna want to put throwdown at the top and I'm gonna want to put throwdown at the bottom.
What do you mean at the bottom? You said before.
I don't know. Okay. Okay, right. After Pain. After Pain.
Oh, I put it A.
Yeah, I was thinking. It's very catchy. It like sticks with you.
It's very catchy and it suits her very well.
Okay, and then this is All Knowing All Agony, right?
Yes.
Wait, you know what? This might be easier if I just screen share with you. Hang on a second. So you don't have the delay. Okay.
Okay, so All Knowing All Agony is like it's an S or an A for me. I'd say A.
Yeah, I'll also put it A. Okay, Backdraft S.
It's the song of all time.
The song of all time.
The
song let me. The song of all time. There you go.
Yes.
So many bangers. Okay, bring it on. Bring It On is also very good. I want to put Bring It On at least A.
The song's been tainted for me slightly.
Really?
Yeah. Because of a certain person that I used to...
I see.
I think, either B or A.
Alright. I still really like it. Let's keep it A. Okay, Half.
Yeah. Oh, B. Yeah. I love my sad DILF song. I know people say it's the worst song, but what I say to them is shut up. It's a good song.
It's a good song. I'm not really into ballads personally, but like it's good.
It's like you're in the mood for it. It's only like but like it's such a nice song.
Yeah.
His voice is so lovely.
It's good, but it's the worst out of them all.
I have the hottest take on Harrow.
Oh no.
Not as good.
How dare you? I really like Harrow.
It's a bit of a disappointment for me.
I think I like Bring It On more than Harrow, but I would still put it at like a B, personally.
I say C.
C? No, yeah. I like Harrow more than Half, not gonna lie.
Okay, B then.
Okay, now here's the question. Is this better or worse than After Pain? Or is like same level or worse?
Oh, I'd say they're the same level. But like After Pain has more feeling, like more catchiness, and then
I think After Pain kind of stuck with me more. Even though I've only listened to this one once, but
because it's like fresh in my mind. I think that's what's making me think higher.
Yeah. What was a B? C? B?
I think high B, so above half.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Still good. I still really enjoy it. Okay.
Oh, Amane.
I actually really like the song. I think it's really cute.
I already forgot what the song sounds like. It's been a hot minute.
Kami-sama.
It's fun. It's fun.
It's like when I play my music out loud when I'm in the pot wash at work. I always try to skip the song when someone walks in.
Why?
Because I don't want people to think I listen to really cutesy pop.
Oh my god.
I like it, but I'd say it's C.
Yeah, I would also say C.
It's really cute though. I think it's definitely better than the Child Purge.
Yeah.
The Purge March.
Me.
It's kind of... I used to think it was so good, but now it's kind of died down for me. Like, the hype's died down for me.
I would say A or B, personally.
I'd say B.
B?
Okay. High B, probably. Yeah, about that. Sounds good.
Okay, right,
okay, I love the song. I love Teardrop. I think it's really cute and catchy.
Yeah.
And I like the little rap that she does.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Shall I put that at A?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I love This Is How to Be in Love with You. I think A.
A?
A, yeah. It's a really cute song.
I don't know. I would say B for me.
High B.
High B.
Above half.
Above half. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here's where we have. Like for me it's a C. For you it's an A. So I say let's put it at B.
Low A.
I say let's put it at B. I'll put it at the beginning of B for you.
I will not accept anything lower than an A for Throwdown.
A is too high for me, my dude. I'm sorry.
No, it's the best song. Oh, it's so good. It's like I watch this YouTuber and he's just like my favorite isn't the best, but it's still my favorite. You know.
Oh my god. Wait. I'll send the tier list in the chat. Here you go. If you would also like to do it. Okay.
I'll do my own as well, just so I can get.
Alright, so we got Yuno's first song, Umbilical.
Lower than Teardrop for me.
Yeah. I kind of want to say C.
Yeah, I'd say C as well.
Okay.
Oh, because it doesn't grip you.
Yeah.
Under A.
A?
I think high A. I think higher. Higher?
Really?
No, I think All Knowing All Agony's high A. Like the highest.
Okay.
And then
I want to put Bring It On up here.
Okay, you can do that.
Yeah. Maybe like this?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have the very first song.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I do like Weakness. It's the very most DebACE song.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'd say B or C. Personally.
C.
I kind of feel like it's okay. Because I kind of feel like it's on the similar level to Umbilical for me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I don't know. Thoughts? BC.
B.
Okay. We'll keep it B.
Okay. Kat's just sent me hers.
Oh my god.
She's put Backdraft and S.
Yep.
As she should. A is After Pain, Weakness, This is how to be in love with you. Throw down.
Okay.
Umbilical, bring it on, and then all knowing, all agony.
Uh-huh.
B is teardrop, magic, undercover, Mimi, Harrow. D is half, and it's not my fault.
Interesting.
What because Kat didn't like the screamo in Mimi.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I was like so surprised with the screamo. Like Hane and Natsuki popped off.
Yeah, no, it's like the
Yeah.
that bit. But yeah, wait, I'm gonna finish mine real quick.
But yes, while you finish that up, and as like the final section of this stream, I guess, you want to talk about some general MILGRAM theories. So, like, for example,
that S is actually on trial as well.
Yeah, I have had this theory ever since the beginning of the series. Oh well, ever since I found out about the series, and I saw like the very first video where S was introduced. I've always wondered whether S was also part of the experiment, whether S wasn't actually just a guard, whether they are also a criminal, whether they're also a murderer, and like whether that it's about like they've put S in this position to judge the other murderers without them knowing. Because wait, there's an empty cell. I did not know that. I did not know that, but this solidifies this theory. Like I feel like because the moment S is introduced, they don't know anything about themselves. They don't know anything about where they are. They don't know anything. They only know what Jackalope has told them, which leads me to believe that like they had that they were a prisoner who had their memories wiped so that they could be a god to be part of this whole MILGRAM experiment.
Yeah.
And yeah. Like I think that would be really interesting because S is so like shrouded in mystery and everyone's like, oh yeah, it's because like you can make the argument that it's because S is like the audience insert as well, because S is like we are looking at these like music videos as S, but it would be really interesting if S was actually a prisoner as well. And
it's like they're also that they're either a prisoner or they are actually like linked to each of the prisoners, like in some way. But
yeah, that would be interesting.
yeah,
I know that because like MILGRAM is based on like a what do you call it? A real experiment called the MILGRAM experiment.
Yeah.
I forgot exactly what was involved in that. Wait, I'm doing like a quick Google just to refresh my memory. So the MILGRAM experiment contained. So there were like various sessions, I think, and there were 3 people in each session: the experimenter, who was in charge of the session, the teacher, a volunteer for a single session. They were led to believe that they were merely assisting, whereas they were actually the subjects of the experiment. That is what I think S is. And then the learner is an actor and confederate of the experimenter who pretended to be a volunteer. What? Words. Too many words. I'm closing the page. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, was electrocution involved in the original MILGRAM experiment? I don't know. I didn't read enough through the page to like see the details. But I just took like a quick skim. But yeah, I feel like S is I'm like 80% sure that S is also a prisoner who just had their memories wiped. Because the other thing is, after the trials are all over, after the like 10 music videos and everything is over, S is asleep. Like they put S to sleep until the start of the next trial. Which is like, interesting.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, nothing ever happened.
Yeah. Like S just like wakes up and Jackalop's like, yep, it's the start of the next trial, and S doesn't think anything of it because they have no memories. But yeah.
It's like, oh, fear.
Yeah, like the experiment as a whole is still shrouded in so much mystery because we don't know what's gonna happen. Like we don't know what's gonna happen after this trial. We don't know what's gonna happen at the end of the experiment. S doesn't, like, we know about as much as S does, and S doesn't know shit because S only knows what Jackalope is telling them.
It's like, also there's another theory that it's all like made up as well.
Yeah.
That like everything is happening is just made up.
I don't like those kinds of plot twists. That feels like such a cop out of an ending when it turns out that like, oh, it was all in your head, or like it was all a dream. Like, get out of here.
No, yeah, it has to be real.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot left to be explored. There's a lot left to like be released so that we can kind of start to understand what's really going on here in the series. But yeah. Official description. Measured the willingness of study participants to obey an authority figure who instructed them to perform acts conflicting with their personal conscience. Okay. Interesting. So again, it's like a moral study, isn't it? Which is what the series is all about as well. But yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm excited to see like the details of all the characters, especially the ones that we haven't really seen much about yet, like Kazui.
Yeah, I'm so excited about Kazui's. You have no idea. Literally, Shido's and Kazui's don't talk to me for a week.
Oh my god.
After it's released. I'm going to a con as well when Shido's will be released.
Oh.
Like, after. And I feel so sorry for my roommate.
Yeah, you're just gonna be brainwriting all like that entire weekend.
Yeah, just painful.
Oh my god. But yeah. Wow, we talked a lot about MILGRAM today.
Yeah, we talked for about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I didn't know how long this was gonna be because it's like the first episode of this series. So wow, we kind of went off.
But you know how long I can talk about things.
That's
Do you remember the 40-minute on Star's brain?
40-minute on Star's brain. I will never forget that, VC.
40-minute on Star's brain.
Oh my god. But yes,
that was
I think this is a good place to wrap things up. We've gone through like, everything, I think.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you for joining me today, Kiwi. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And thank you guys in the chat for sticking around. I'm going to be posting the VOD on YouTube as well.
Oh my god, could we do little clips of every time?
We could do like a little clip compilations. But yeah, I think that is where we're gonna end it for today. Next episode will be sometime in February. I will sort out the details for that at some point. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!